when you learn this one discovery, when you understand this truth, you will be able to manifest anything. You will believe in God and its divine presence, and you'll know it to be true. And that thing is when you start to understand the reflection of your energy into this life. You'll see the patterns of life unfolding in front of you, and then you connect it back to an energy within you. It's going to change your life. It's helped hundreds of my clients to manifest their dreams. It's helped people to realize where they're stuck. Why am I bringing this to you today? Because the other day I was working with a client of mine who was suffering with these troubles, suffering with these problems. And I said to him, tell me the nature of your troubles. And the nature of his troubles were, this boss is there, he's being a bit funny with me. I had problems here in the past where I got really good at something and then it fell apart, business started to fall apart. And then the patterns started to show, because previously we'd spoken about the past. We'd spoken about his connection with his father and how his father would belittle him when he felt like he was winning, how his father was a dominating power. So what was happening? These powers were coming into his life again, and the patterns of your energy repeat and repeat and repeat until you deal with it. Are you suffering with some of the same issues as you've been suffering with all the time? Then there is a stuck energy inside of you that needs to be dealt with. It's once you realize that the patterns of life will keep repeating situations in front of you until you understand that you need to deal with the energy. I just interestingly was working with another client who's healing. He has a fear of confrontation, but part of his healing, he needs to let go of all of this fear. So what happens? A situation comes up between some family members where there's confrontation. He's not directly involved, but he's going to have to get involved. And I said, it's your greatest gift. Life has brought you this so you can face it, so you can let go of the final parts of fear and heal. See, life is never against you. Life is not trying to harm you ever. It's always trying to give you an opportunity to transcend. God is always sending you what you need to grow. It's that thing of that. I love that wonderful quote where the person says, but God, I prayed to you to save me from drowning. And at the gates, God says, did I not send you that man? He said, no, I wanted you to save me. Did I not send you a boat? Did I not send you the floating door? Did I not send you that idea in your mind? You see, sometimes God's ways are past finding out. So instead of being so angry at life, say, what is life trying to teach me? What is life trying to show me? What is this gifting me right now? And 99.9% of the time, it's gifting you a chance to face your fears. So when I've had things like some of my biggest fears are authority figures, and it was monetary back in the day. Money and stuff like that. So I was brought a lot of troubles where I had to face these sort of characters or people so I could learn to overcome it and learn to rise up. So I want you to comment down below and I'll try to reply as many as possible. Where are you facing these repeated patterns in life? Where are these patterns showing up in your life? And what do you think it means? I'll try and tell you what I think it means, and I'll give you a chance to face it. So it's like if you have been constantly drawing relationships where you get cheated on, or you're not ever taken seriously, or the relationship doesn't go to a serious level, what can that mean? Well, it often means that there's a part of you that doesn't feel you're enough, always wants to find someone who they need to fix. And it usually goes back to, if it's a woman, it goes back to father issues, abandonment issues from father. So you attract the same energy as your father to bring into your life so you can have that same person. So this time you're doing it so if I make them love me, then my dad will love me. But instead you see it, okay, now I need to let go of this fear around needing these people to love me, and I can start to love myself, and then it will change. Then I attract the most loving, wonderful partner that I deserve. Do you see what I mean? And if it's a man, obviously it's mother issues and abandonment issues. These are the things. We are attracting and literally playing the role of our energy. It's always guiding us. That's why I teach people how to let go. Because when you let go, your energy is free flowing. It's connected to the divinity of life around it. So it can then guide you to beauty, harmony, abundance, and all good things like that. That's the magic of this work. So if you are facing troubles and strife in your life, if you are having times where you feel there is some struggles and you don't know what to do, don't try and deal with the problem. Don't ever try and deal with a problem. Try and look back. How does this connect to how I'm feeling right now? Where do I recognize this feeling from before? How long ago does it go back? And that's why sometimes coaching is important, because this is what I do. I'm like the energetic Sherlock Holmes for people. I was able to find it for that guy. I found for this other person I was talking about, he's so rigid in life, I got him to go and be a bit more carefree. His marriage is happy. He's releasing the old muck, literally and physically, and he is healing. And this is the case. This is the truth, and you can have it too, if you can find where that pattern is. And that's all it is. Life is patterns. And there's that interesting thing when you go down into the quantum mechanics of things, everything is just patterns. You go deeper, it's just waves of potential. But everything comes together in patterns, doesn't it? And there's a design in life. You know that picture of the eyeball and the galaxy and stuff like that. There's design in this life. So we are living through that design. And we can have a free-flowing, carefree, abundant, joyous, happy life, or we can keep being led by the fears and energy of the past. And so it has to keep repeating itself until we deal with it. What do you think about what I've said today, guys? Does it resonate with you, what I say? Because this is when I say thank you, life, for this problem. I say thank you, life, for bringing me this situation. When I moved back to Spain and things started to slow down, I just was getting nervous. Everything wasn't going the way I needed it to or wanted it to. So it was like, oh, I want it to go this way for me to feel safe. But also it was saying, oh, there's some old trauma there from when we first moved here where I think I felt scared and I felt alone and I felt like I was losing everything. So what did it do? It came back because I had to face it to be able to live here now in peace and harmony, you see. That's the point, what I'm trying to say, my friends. It's always a gift. So those 4 days when I was facing it and I was observing, letting go, releasing, claiming divine guidance in all my ways, and everything always works out for me. I'm telling you, after about day 4, it just left me. I just felt it leave. And I'm telling you, blessing after blessing after blessing came. I'm going to tell you this, my friends. If you use what I'm saying today, if you start to recognize the patterns within your life, you start to work with the energy instead of the problem, you are going to change your life completely. I hope that one helped you guys. I look forward to seeing you at the next one.